Okay.
Hey guys,
Welcome back. This is Erin.
and this is Megan.
And we have a guest with us today. His name is Morty. So, Morty, do you want to introduce yourself? We'll let you just give a little spiel about like who you are, what you do.
Oh, definitely. Well, first off, I want to say thank you to Aaron and Megan for having me on this podcast. I am a big fan of it. So, it's growing to the moon like Elon Musk with this podcast.
Like
But,
Elon Musk.
anyway, so my friends call me Mordechai. People also call me Morty. I graduated from NYU Law School this past May, and I'm now working in Big Law. So how to just quickly about my life story. When I was in college, I created a tech startup called Lit, L-I-T. You heard it right. We also own the trademark for that name. And it was a nightlife startup. And I was traveling. Yeah. I know. Can you believe that? From promoter to lawyer. It's a weird transition. Eh,
Wow.
Yeah. So, through that experience, I remember it cost us around $10,000 to trademark the name. And I'm like, what are these lawyers doing? And I want to understand it a little better. And also, as a small business owner and as a startup entrepreneur, the legal costs were totally suffocating us. So I wanted to kind of get on the other side and help other small business owners. And that's what was really my primary motivation to go to law school. And I was lucky enough to attend NYU. And there I was part of the business transactions clinic and some other things where we worked with startup founders. And NYU was a blast, and we'll get into that. And now I'm an attorney, full-fledged attorney.
Yeah,
Still
now
doesn't.
you're a real attorney.
Congratulations.
I
Yeah,
know.
thank you.
Congrats.
Yeah, congratulations to going back to work after this podcast. But
Oh
I'm
gosh.
going back to studying after I finish editing this.
okay,
What
cool.
what do your hours look like?
Wow. I don't want to look. I don't want to intimidate or brag about the amount of hours. That would make me a gunner. But I will say it's nonstop. It's nonstop, and I think that's one of the great things about law school is it prepares you in terms of time management and how to handle large amounts of stress.
Mhm.
I don't think there's anything quite like 1L.
Yeah.
So
No, definitely not.
yeah. I mean, how's it for you, Aaron? You're just nonstop studying.
Just non-stop studying. I might not be studying as much as I should, but it's about to start since finals are starting next week now.
Oh no,
It's
that's
tragic.
really
So
soon.
now I'm getting like thrown into the grind of I have no time to do anything except study and sleep and eat.
Erin is infamous for procrastinating by like doing other things. So like our
Yeah.
whole apartment will be spotless this
Yeah.
week because she's studying.
I'll do that instead of studying. I'll be like, oh yeah, I went shopping for Christmas decorations the other day instead of studying.
For like 2 hours.
Yeah, I
Tho-
was like, I'm
those-
just gonna do a quick trip, and I was like 2 hours at Marshall's.
Well, that's a worthy procrastination activity.
Yeah, at least
Yeah.
I'm getting something done. Like I'm
Oh,
not just sitting.
I'm curious what Megan got on the Black Friday and Cyber Monday for clothing.
Oh, I
Oh,
got
yeah.
lots of good deals. Lots. Although I'm bummed because like usually Black Friday I'd go out the night of Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
And this time
Mm,
it didn't start till like 6 a.m., which was, not as
Yeah.
fun because I had to wake up for it.
wow. By the way, Aaron, I have a finals, first year of law school final story. I've never told anyone this story besides my family. And I know my mom's gonna say, why did you tell them that?
Oh my god! Wait, your mom followed our podcast.
Oh,
I
cool.
was like, who is this?
By the way, she is an attorney as well. She went to NYU Law School. Definitely at a time.
Followed right in her footsteps.
Exactly. So, this is, shout out to all the 1Ls like yourself going through finals right now. I don't think people can relate to what you guys are really going through and how difficult it is. But let me tell you about my 1L fall final
Okay, let's hear it.
experience. So first of all, we'll talk about this also, but in terms of feeling out of place in law school, it is so real. I felt like that for the whole time at NYU Law School. And I remember finals were coming up, and then I went through a breakup, right? I was dating a girl. We broke up a month before finals.
Oh no!
So, yeah, brutal
How long
timing.
was the relationship? Was this like a long-term
This
thing?
is this is actually my longest one, and you're not gonna be impressed with the time. It was around 8-9 months.
Okay,
Right?
that's
Oh,
decent.
that's a decent.
That's
length.
pretty long. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I'll
Yeah.
pat myself on the back.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we broke up a month before finals,
Mhm.
and I got into my sad boy phase. It is what it is. And then as finals were approaching, I kept telling my brother, because he's my roommate. I live with my brother. He also went to law school. He went to Fordham. And I was like, dude, I can't breathe. And he's like, yeah, man, you're emotional. It is what it is. You'll get over it. I'm like, no. I can't really breathe. And then I went to City MD, and this is 2 weeks before finals now. And they told me, you have a really bad case of bronchitis. But yeah.
Megan just like
I have
she has
bronchitis
bronchitis.
currently.
You have it right now?
Yeah.
Why are you guys next to each other? Is it contagious?
No, I
She's
mean,
been
I've
on
been on
antibiotics for
antibiotics
so long.
like so long. It's gone on longer than it should have. Probably
Really? How long have you had it for?
like going on week 3 now.
Yeah.
Bronchitis sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, I've been able to breathe. You definitely sound like you had it worse.
It was terrible. It was really bad. And that was 2 weeks before finals, and I just kind of stuck it out and took my exam. So that was the first semester.
That's bad timing. A breakup and then bronchitis during exams.
I know, but it's interesting because especially for law school, it all comes down to that one moment, those 4 or 5 hours.
I know. That's what's so interesting to me. The only class I had close to that in undergrad was a sociology class. It was like sociological theories. And it wasn't one exam, though, it was 2. So the midterm was like 50% of our grade, and then the final was 50%. So that like prepared me a little, but it's just, I don't know, it's scary.
I know. And for those that don't know, for a lot of law school classes, 100% of your grade is the final. And, as opposed to college, where if you show up to class and you sit in front row, that's 10% right there.
Yeah.
They don't have that in law school. So it all
could
comes
not
down.
imagine.
And it's unbelievable because it all comes down to that one moment. So even if you're having, and people throughout the semester, they get nervous. What I find, a lot of students get nervous. They miss a reading. They're out sick early in the semester. They don't understand a case. They don't have the case because it got deleted, whatever it is. When it comes to the test, it's all very minuscule, and it all depends on how you perform in those 4 or 5 hours. And really, it's all about the prep. Like the last 4 or 5 weeks, in my opinion, are exponentially more important than the entire semester.
Yeah, I've been working on my outlines for a while now, and it's so much work. The beginning of the semester was like no big deal, especially being at Cardozo. We got all of the Jewish holidays off.
Yeah.
And I am not Jewish, so I was like, it's days to just hang out and do nothing.
Yeah.
So it really picked up after all the holidays ended.
Wow. Yeah, that's definitely one of the benefits of Cardozo. When I was at NYU, because I'm observant, I missed like 16 classes in my first month. Yeah, first month.
Well, there was a lot of holidays.
Yeah. I know. I was like 40 hours behind and just watching the classes.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of outlining, I was gonna make a video of this on my TikTok. Should I plug my TikTok? No, I'm not gonna plug my TikTok.
Yeah.
Well, you plug it at the end anyway. You can
It's at Morty for Press. I do a lot of videos of day in the life, vlogs, more long form content, also advice for law school students. I want to say this one thing because I've been seeing a lot of videos on TikTok of people with their computers looking like the Pentagon, putting together the most complicated, intricate outlines I've ever seen in my life. Like, this is how you create an outline. I have 8 different screens and I compile it all into one. And I'm thinking, okay, if I'm a law school student, this is very intimidating.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say I've never created a outline from scratch through my 3 years of law school.
Okay.
Yeah. And people will not admit that because they're too proud of themselves. They'll take an already made outline, add one sentence, and be like, "Yeah, I outlined." That's not really outlining.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that's something I wanted to say because people think you need to create your own outline to do well. You definitely don't.
You don't, because you can totally start with someone else's as a template and then like change it a little bit to what you need. Like
Exactly.
I have a mentor, and like we have the Women's Law Initiative here, and my mentor in there was like, I have never started an outline from scratch. I take the first 2 weeks of every semester and find the best outlines. It's like, you are smart. You are working smarter, not harder.
Not harder. I know we talked a lot about how little free time you have, but in addition to making TikToks, like what other things do you do in your free time?
Oh, so I have a theory that's in my head, but I'll say it now. I think at any given moment, you could be really good at 2 of the 3 things. So I would say the 3 things are your career, your professional life. The second is your body, your physical health, your mental health. And then third is your social life.
Wow. I love that.
Now, I don't think you could be great at one moment at all 3.
Okay. So
You could be
two.
you could be crappy at all three. Like I know a lot of people that are like kind of crappy at all three, and it doesn't mean that you have to commit to two forever. You could kind of switch off. But I think I switch off all the time between my work, switching from work to social life, meaning my health never wavers in a way because I feel like at the end of the day, that's all you really have. But there'll be like, for example, when I was a 1L, I am not exaggerating when I tell you I didn't see my friends for a year, besides for the vacations. They like
Crazy.
my friends knew, and your real friends will understand.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be upset at you. They'll be proud of your grind. But I didn't see anyone for a straight year, and I told them, I'm like, I'll see you in a year when I have my job.
I
So
love that.
yes, so the social life kind of bended in that time.
Mhm.
Then when I was a 3L and online, let me tell you, it was a whole lot of fun and very little professional slash
So
work.
there's just
That's
no
fair.
balance.
Well, you had your job lined up at that point, so you can kind of just let it go
Yeah.
down a little bit. Not as important.
So basically, if you want to
Yeah.
go to law school, there's no balance at all.
No, I think there is a balance. It just depends on the time. I mean, when finals are coming, I forgot who said this in a video, and maybe you guys said it, so I don't mean to call you guys out, but someone said like during finals, make sure to go out and hang out with friends and you know, decompress. I happen to be part of the school of thought that in the last 5 6 weeks of the preparation for finals, do not waste your time with your friends. Do not waste your time going for coffee. Every minute is crucial in that process. It doesn't mean to. I don't mean to say that that's the entire
I'm
semester.
not gonna sleep tonight.
This
Now.
is
No,
intense.
no, you know, I'm very intense too, by the way. But what I'm saying is, it just different times call for different measures, and let's say outlining time is a time to have focus, and then other times you could have a great time. Like I like to play hard. What is this stupid line? I don't even know, but I like to have fun.
Play hard.
Yeah, whatever it is. It's so cheesy, but it's really true. Like there are times to work and then times to but I would say this, and the great John Sexton, who is one of my mentors, he's the former president of NYU and also the former dean of NYU. He's unbelievable, and he would always tell our class, make sure you sleep. He would always say that, and he's a in a way a grandfatherly figure slash a rabbi type of figure. He's got like a white beard. He's super wise, and he would always say, "Take care of yourself," because that is most important. Like eating well, making sure you get enough sleep, trying not to look at social media too much because it's totally depressing when you're alone in a library studying. So that's my answer to you, Megan. I hope it wasn't too intense. But
I don't remember the question.
I'm like,
now.
I don't think I want to be in law school, but got
No.
it.
Wait, I have a follow-up question to that.
Yeah.
So you said you can only have like two. I don't know where I was going with that.
2 out of the 3
Anyway, I'm
balance.
gonna reword my question. How do you have time to do the social media stuff, like the TikToks,
Yeah.
while you're doing your big law job?
Yeah. So I don't watch TV or TV shows, which people think that's a big red flag for you know, that's like one of
I listened to another podcast where they said they don't watch TV. So apparently there are people like that.
Yeah, so that's me. Honestly, I can't sit still. I can't sit still for like I haven't been to a movie theater in 7 8 years because I can't sit still for that long.
So has that been always like you've never been able to watch TV shows or movies, or like when did this?
No, I don't know. Like I guess when did my ADD start? It's always been like I could never sit. I could never sit for that long, and I guess yeah, exactly. So I think I've always liked, you know, before it was cool to make videos, I was making YouTube videos back in the day. So I've always had a passion for videography and photography and graphic design. And when I worked in my tech startup, I kind of leaned into that a lot more.
Yeah.
So it's kind of in a way a passion of mine to do. And I enjoy it. And the people that I meet, for example, this podcast, I'll never have an opportunity to meet you guys and speak with you and then also speak with the people that are listening. So just in terms of how it opens up our world through social media, I think it's so much fun. It's definitely changed a lot.
It's so much fun. And it's like kind of like a networking thing too. Like doing the podcast, I'm like just checking off all the people that I'm meeting.
yeah, definitely.
Great.
I love that you guys did it because I think you guys are the first law school podcast that I know of, which I always thought someone should do it. So
Yeah, no, it's fun. I like it. And then it gives me something else to focus on other than law school. Like right now, I'm doing this
Right now.
podcast instead of
yeah,
studying.
yeah, me
Which you
too. I would be
never do
working.
during finals.
Never.
Yeah, but I just have to clarify, and a combination with fashion, law school and fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, law school students, Megan, they could use some fashion help. I'm not,
Oh,
I'll
you
be-
think? I feel like you're pretty stylish. Like what?
Uh,
Like what would you consider your sense of style to be?
oh, listen. I'm a follower in terms of fashion. I'm not gonna act like I have my own
Okay.
style. I'll walk on the street and see someone's outfit and be like, that actually looks really cool, and then and buy it. I'm not sure what it is. It used to be a lot of streetwear, a lot when I was in college and law
Mhm.
school. Like all the hype brands, but now I'm trying to come off as older as I am because I'm working, especially graduating from law school as a 24-year-old. I was the youngest in my class, so
Okay.
now, now I'm trying to come off as older, so I wear a lot of,
Yeah.
business casual. But business casual it's so hard to look fashionable in business casual. It's like the
It
most
is.
boring outfits
I
out there.
absolutely hate it. I worked at a law firm last year, like before
Yeah.
starting
Yeah.
law school this year, and the clothes. I was like, this is just not fun. I just feel boring.
Blazers are in right now, though.
Okay, I do like a fun blazer though.
Really? What do you mean about a blazer over a hoodie? Is that
Mm.
I
What do
feel
you
like the coat over a hoodie, like the blazer styled coat,
Like a pea coat.
like a pea coat over a hoodie. I'm
Okay.
kind
I
of
like that.
into it now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was really turned off by it at first.
Yeah.
Blazer,
But blazer over a hoodie, I don't think would work.
I know. I've seen it a few times. I'm like, how did you fit that hoodie under your blazer?
That's
Yeah,
so true.
good
The blazer
point.
must be too big then if you could put a
Your
hoodie under
arms,
it.
like the arms are always tight
Yeah,
on a
the arms are
blazer.
thick.
That's a good point. That's a good point. And how about these? And Megan, you'll have a good take on this. How about the shoes that these men are wearing? So they have a nice outfit on, right? Like they have a suit, maybe even a tie. And they're wearing these Cole Haan type of shoes. It's like a pair of dress shoes and Nikes had sex,
Combined.
and then they made this baby. And I don't even know what it is. I'm like,
You know what?
Is that a Cole Haan shoe?
It's funny
You know
you
what I'm
say
talking
that.
about?
I worked at Cole Haan for the past year
Oh, can you
before
say
I
that
started
now
my
since
new
you're not
job.
there anymore?
I don't work there anymore. So I think I can reveal
Okay.
that. But that's exactly what they do. They take an athletic shoe and combine it with a dress shoe
Interesting.
and call it fashion. Some people like it.
what do you think?
I don't know.
I don't think I like
I don't know.
It's the quickest way to ruin a good outfit, in my opinion. And my brother, shout out to my brother who's somewhere. I think I hear him.
I know. I like that you turned around like he was.
Yeah,
there.
he's gonna come in and be like, "Are you
I
talking
know.
about me?" He wears those every day, and it's just a matter of time that I'm gonna have to start wearing them. But I give him a hard
You're
time
gonna
about
have
it.
to start wearing.
It's an
Yeah, 'cause-
older vibe, I feel like.
Oh, it looks so ugly. I'm sorry. It's so not nice for me to talk about my brother's shoes like that. But anyway, enough about the shoes.
Yeah, no, some of them definitely are not it.
Yeah, they're questionable. So you said you graduated when you were 24. So did you go right from undergrad to law school?
Yeah, I did. I graduated in 2018
Okay.
from college, and I went right. And I think I was one of the younger. I definitely was the youngest in the class.
Mhm.
And I would pack, because I'm always eating, I would pack snacks in a Ziploc bag to class every day. And my friend Amanda would always be like, "Oh, look, Morty has his snackies." I'm like, "I'm
Oh my
hungry."
God.
Yeah,
I
it was
always
fun.
have snacks. I love eating.
I know,
Our
especially in
other-
class.
Yeah, our other roommate though graduated from undergrad a year early and then
Ooh.
went right into law school. So what? She just turned 21.
She just turned 21.
So she's gonna be. I think she'll be 23 then when we graduate.
Whoa.
Yeah, she'll be 21. Yeah, she'll be 23 when we graduate from Cardoso together.
What? She skipped senior year?
Yeah, she graduated a year early and then was like, "I'm going right into law school." So
That's intense. Senior year is so fun. I highly recommend not skipping senior year. That's a
Yeah,
good
Our
year.
senior year
our
got
senior year
canceled.
was like not that
COVID.
good. We were in
Oh.
2020, so
Oh.
we
Rough.
were like right at the beginning of COVID, so everything was just shut down. It wasn't even like partially on campus, partially open. Like those 3 months,
We missed
we were
Darty
just at
season.
home. We
Like,
missed
we
Darty
missed
season.
Darty season.
We
This
missed
is a
football
tragedy.
bar season in San Diego. It was sad. We missed our real graduations. We did them a year later. But
Oh my gosh.
it
Tragedy.
wasn't the same.
That really stinks. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you guys missed your last year.
It's okay. We're still coping with it. We're in therapy.
Yes. We go out 3 times a week to make up our
3 times a week
I
to
would
make
if
up
I
for it.
could.
I know. Yeah, I can't go out at all right now because of finals.
Yeah, but then you're gonna be off for a month and you'll
Yeah.
have fun. So
Yeah, that's so true. I'm excited for the month off. That's the only thing pushing me to finals. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's over.
Wait, so I have a really dumb question as a non-law person.
Ooh.
What is big law?
Oh, yeah, you can explain that.
Oh.
Go for it.
Good question. I don't know if I have the perfect answer, but big law is a type of law firm, and I guess it represents the more major law firms in the country, and some of them are international law firms, and all the big law firms have similar summer associate programs. They all, for the most part, follow the same compensation for first year, second years, and third years. So I think it represents kind of just a level of complexity or size of a law firm. Some people might say, oh, I work at a boutique law firm that might have 20 or 30 attorneys, as opposed to my law firm that has 1,500 attorneys worldwide.
Yeah. So big law is literally like the biggest
Bigger.
firms. Like if you look it up, they're usually it's 500 plus attorneys, but a lot of times it's way more than that.
Okay,
It's
and
like
do you like
1,500.
working in big law, or would you rather work in a smaller boutique firm?
I've really wanted to go to big law because I wanted to be a part of the biggest deals that you'll see in the newspapers and the real deal. I wanted to see the most complex documents because I can never get exposure the way I'm getting now at any other law firm. And also the attorneys at the law firm. If HR is listening, you should record this too. But all jokes aside, the attorneys are really, really smart. I mean, they are so brilliant.
I'm sure they are. You have to be like in
Yeah.
the top of your class at a lot of schools to get a big
Okay.
law job. NYU
Yeah.
is a T14, which I want to go into that a bit.
Mhm.
Like kind of the differences there. But if you go to like a T14, so those are the top law schools, more people from those schools will get into big law. But like at Cardozo, I would say you have to be in the top like 20 or 15% to have like a chance at a big law job. Generally, there's always exceptions, but like in general. So
Wow.
just
So you
smart
have
people.
to actually still try.
Yeah, no, you
Yeah,
have to try. Yes.
Yeah. And also a lot of the law firms, even no matter what law school you go to, they have GPA cutoffs.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
as you know, law school does operate on a curve, and that is a brutal beast.
Yeah, and it sucks.
it-
It's like only so many people can get an A.
yeah, it's the ultimate divider.
It is.
Yeah.
That's why it's so competitive because we can't all have A's.
Do you
So-
find Cardozo competitive?
Not as competitive as I would have expected, and compared to friends that I have that go to other schools.
Mhm.
So I found it to be okay, but like it hasn't been too bad so far. There's definitely some people that are trying to be overly competitive,
Yeah.
like outwardly, and I'm like, can you just like calm down and sit down?
Yeah.
Like we're in our first semester. You need to settle down. We don't even know how to do this yet.
Hey, Morty could have been one of those guys. He never took a break
No.
from social life.
No,
He's
I
had
was.
friends for a year.
I never took myself seriously. I mean, I'm always making fun of myself, so I definitely wasn't one. Like, no one looked at me, Megan, and said, "Oh, I hope I could beat out Morty in the curve." No one ever thought that to themselves.
There's a couple people I think about like that in my class. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"You're
yeah.
annoying. I want to beat you out. In the
Oh yeah. No, there were people that I was looking. I remember my first few months at law school. I looked around the class and I go, "Who the hell in this class am I going to beat out on the curve?"
Yeah.
I would literally go person by person. There's always that one person like, okay, like I got that person.
Yeah.
But it was like 99%.
Morty was like, I'm gonna be in the bottom of my class.
Look
I
at
said
you
it
now.
too. And no, I said it too, by the way. And I was only a gunner and sitting front row because my eyes are like I'm slowly going blind and I refuse to wear my glasses.
So you couldn't.
Oh, so you're a front
refused to wear your
rower.
glasses.
Yeah,
You
I
need to
said-
get contacts.
No.
No,
No.
Just go
no.
blind.
Just no.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah, I do not sit in the front. I sit in the back. I just watch all the weirdos around me that volunteer over and over again to answer questions. I'm like, you guys settle down. Like you said like 4 things already today.
I will tell you the move though, because I know so many people are stressed out about cold calling, and for those that don't know,
I've
yeah.
only been cold called once.
How'd it go?
It was fine because it was about a question that we had to like do and hand in the day before. So I
Yeah.
had my answer right in front of me.
Wow. Okay, there it is.
I don't know how I made it through the semester. Like, knock on wood, I still have 3 days of class.
Yeah, you're
getting
gonna
cold called
mark
by
my
other
words.
classes.
You will get cold called. Mark my words.
That's the scariest thing to me. Ever since you came home and told me, well, first she
Yeah.
came home and said they were doing cold calling in class, and I was like, wow, they have you guys making phone calls? Like, that's crazy. And then she explained it, like it's sales. And then she explained it to me, and I was like, that's terrifying. I
Yeah.
would hate that.
Yeah.
It is a little scary.
Aaron, do you want to tell them what cold calling is?
Yeah, I've
you have
explained
the-
it once before, but
Oh,
for
you
people
have.
that haven't listened, we will explain again. So cold calling is your professor just calling on you basically. So you might have a warning depending on your professor. They might say like you're going to be up this day or you'll be on like panel this week. That's how some of my roommates' professors are, but none of mine are. They just will call on whoever they want whenever they want. So you just always have to be prepared.
Yeah, I never got a warning actually.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because in your first semester, people want to in a way impress their classmates, which is
I
probably
don't want to for some reason.
Oh,
I
really? You
know
don't care?
That's the wrong mindset, but I think they all just seem, not all of them. Some people are just annoying and none of them are worth my time to impress in there.
Oh my
Ooh,
God.
the truth
No,
comes
just like,
out.
they're not all annoying, but it's just like,
Twitter
why do I
days.
want to impress my
Me too.
1L peers? Like, I'm not going to get anything out of them.
Wait, so
They're not the ones that are going to be giving me a job or an internship.
Oh my God.
how long do you have to like
Aaron's
speak
gonna-
for?
I take it back. I take it back.
Aaron's gonna
I
pull
might
up
cut that out.
to class.
We'll just cut that part out.
Sitting
Everyone's
at
coming
lunch
at her.
alone.
I'm
Oh
going
my
to get
God.
New to the city, trying to make friends, just hates everyone.
Hashtag
No,
cancel.
I've made my friends in my class, and those are my friends. Most of the other people, I'm like, I could do
Wow.
without you.
Wait,
Oh my God.
I
yeah.
feel like my class is
You-
very divided. I don't know. Sorry, Max. I don't know
No,
how
I
it
have
was
big
for
question.
you,
Big question coming.
but don't forget it. I don't know how it was for you, but I feel like our class is very divided. Like we all, like in our sections, we all kind of made our friends in our section,
Ooh.
and like I feel like we don't mingle with the other groups of people in there. So I like have my group of friends,
Mm,
and then I don't know, we don't really interact with the other ones.
really? Wow.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a COVID thing because we're all not good at socializing anymore, but
That's
true.
possible.
yeah.
It took me,
I
took
don't
me a
know.
while to learn how to talk again once I got out of quarantine. I'm
I'm
like,
still
Yeah.
figuring it out.
hello, I am Morty.
I am
This
Morty.
podcast has helped me learn how to speak again.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like COVID totally killed my ability to small talk though. I just like have
Yeah,
no capacity or want to like small talk anymore.
that's true.
So I feel like that's
Wow.
why we're not like mingling outside of our friend group in my class. I'm like, why would I don't know.
I hear
Can't
you.
explain it.
So my big question was, we're like
Oh, go
off
ahead.
this topic now.
Yeah.
My big question was, when you get cold called, how long do you have to like talk for?
As long as they stay on you.
Yeah.
So some professors are known to stay with a student for 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, I've had a
And-
professor that stays with them for the whole class.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's really rough.
Yeah.
That's
I hate that.
that's
It's
brutal.
scary.
Well, a tip if you're really scared to get cold called is, I know it's gunner like to raise your hand and provide an answer, but if you know an answer to a question that the professor's asking, it's better, in my opinion, to raise your hand, answer that,
Yeah.
and avoid getting called on unexpectedly.
you
'Cause
don't
if
know.
you keep raising your hand, they're not going to cold call you. They don't want to hear from you every time. They really don't. So a lot of classes, like for example, LRS, was that it? Yeah, legislation in the regulatory state.
Mhm.
My least favorite class of all time. I knew one question, one case, and I raised my hand because I was so nervous to get called on
For the other
regularly
things.
because it was just the material was so difficult.
Yeah.
That's a little tip. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
that's so true. And I actually feel like a lot of people in my classes do raise their hands and volunteer. And my professors have commented on it. They were like, you guys are always raising your hands.
Mm.
And like Adela specifically,
Oh
that
yeah, she
Adela,
would.
we're both friends with Adela separately. We didn't know that we each knew her until recently. But Adela raised her hand all the time in our contracts class. And she went up to my professor after class to be like, hey, I'm not going to be here on Monday. But before she could say anything, he was like, I'm sorry, I'm not calling on you. You just volunteer all the time. I have to call on other people.
It's
You know,
smart.
I hate to see all the publicity Adela's getting right now. I just have to say that.
Yeah.
Adela seems really cool from what I've heard.
Is really cool. I told her I want to have her on the podcast.
Oh, you should.
Yeah, because
She'd be
I went
good.
to one of her, oh my God. My brain is so not working. Finals are killing me.
I know.
One of
I
her
hear
speeches?
you.
Yeah, one of her speeches.
Make it like I got
Her
you.
speaking
Like, I
space.
know, I heard
Yeah,
about
because
this.
she was here. I came back and told her about it because she had told me about like her whole lawsuit thing. But
Yeah.
then I was like, I want to hear you talk about the whole thing. So she spoke like at Cardozo and I went to it and I was like, oh my God. Like you made it seem way more nonchalant than it was.
Yeah. It was a big deal.
It was a really big
Yeah.
deal.
She successfully sued NYU for
Yeah,
discrimination.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
that's impressive.
Mhm.
While she was still an undergrad.
I know. She's amazing. Big fan.
She's amazing.
So, Morty.
Yes. Yes. Yes,
Sounds like you're
Megan.
I'm
interrogating.
hitting you with the hard hitting question.
Oh no.
If you were not a lawyer,
Oh,
where would you be right now in life?
Mhm.
it's a great question.
I told you, hard hitting question.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I was always very into social media and not videography. I always wanted to go all in on making YouTube videos like 8-9 years ago.
Mhm.
What would I be doing now? I think I would be working on a startup. I would be working on Lit. You know why? Because hey, let me tell you about Lit for a hot sec.
Oh, yes.
So let's say you're in New York City, okay? And don't look on the App Store because you can't download it anymore. Which means it's like super exclusive, I guess. So you have all these clubs. You have Up and Down. Up and Down's closed. Okay, you have One Oak, Harbor, Catch,
Mhm.
and you don't know which nightlife venue is the best at that moment. What venue has the best crowd? Where are my friends at that exact moment? So it's real-time updates for nightlife venues in your area. And I still think there's a need for it. I hope someone does it. In another
Wow.
life, I would do it. So I was working on it
In
while
another life.
when I was in college, I went to Yeshiva University, and that's a dual curriculum. So I had class from 9 to 5 every day. And then I would go to the library for like 2 or 3 hours. Then around 8 o'clock, I would drive out to a campus because we launched it across 5 campuses on the East Coast.
Mhm.
Drive to the campus, throw a launch party for like 600-700 people. It was so much fun. And then I'd get home at 2-3 a.m. and then kind of just run it back like that. So it wasn't so sustainable.
Yeah, no.
It wasn't very sustainable. But that's what I would be doing, Megan. I would say I would be working on Lit and be a glorified.
I think it's a good idea. I would use it.
I would use it
I know. Someone told Dave Grubman to hit me up. We could talk about it.
Yeah.
too. So true.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you have any more hard hitting questions, Megan?
No, I think I'm.
You're good for now. You're gonna take a break. Okay. I want to talk a little bit about you going to NYU.
Yeah.
Because it is a T14.
Mhm.
So for those listening that don't know what a T14 is, it is the top 14 law schools. As simple as that.
Wow, that's a nice term. I never even thought of that.
Wait, you've never heard T14?
No.
You went to a T14 and you've never heard it?
I went to T6, Aaron.
You did. You're NYU. I think it's like third now. It's third or fourth now.
It's not. It's still 6. I don't think it'll ever climb any
don't think
higher.
so?
It can't because Columbia, Stanford, Harvard. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, Columbia's always gonna be up there. I didn't even apply to Columbia. I was like, there's no way.
I applied and got rejected. So how's that?
Yeah. That's okay. I applied to NYU and got rejected, but this was the worst application cycle ever.
The worst.
I literally
Of
got
all
an
time.
email back and they said they got 100 times more applicants than they've gotten before. And I was like, oh my God.
It was. It was really, really
was brutal.
hard.
Yeah.
And Cardozo's a fantastic school. I have a lot of friends there and a lot of
Yeah.
successful friends that graduated. So it's congrats on getting into Cardozo.
Thank you. I got into what else I get in? Oh, I got into Fordham too. But
Ooh, go
Cardozo,
Rams.
yes, I almost went to Fordham, but I don't love the area that it was in. I was like, I want to be down here. And Cardozo gave me more money.
Hey, it's all about the
No,
fucking
sis.
money.
All about the
All
money.
about-
But yeah, so I just want you to talk a little bit about your experience being at like a top school. Like, did you find it overly competitive more so than like friends that you had that went to other schools, and just kind of what the culture is being at one of the top performing schools in the country?
Wow, definitely. So I always wanted to attend NYU Law School. I always envisioned myself there, and then when I got on the wait list, something that I did, and not that I recommend this for everyone, but I went to the school once a month just to walk around and go to the admissions office and say like, "Hey guys, like, no, Morty, like, stop coming here." They
You're
told
like,
me
Morty,
all the time,
go away.
and I'm like, I don't care. I'm gonna be here every month just to say hi.
Yeah.
And I think the term manifestation is a little bit overused, but in a way,
I love manifesting.
yeah, I don't know.
We can't overuse it on this podcast.
Yeah. So I always saw myself there, and then once I finally got in there, walking through their courtyard and getting to Vanderbilt was pretty surreal. Now, people talk about imposter syndrome, not feeling like you belong when you get to law school. I felt that in a whole nother level. I remember we went around the table, everyone was introducing themselves on the first day, and they're like, "Okay, say your name in the undergrad." They're like, "My name's Rachel and I went to Harvard." It's like, "My name's Dave and I went to Yale." It's like, "My name is Brittany and I went to Columbia." And I was like, "My name's Mordechai, I went to Yeshiva University." So, but the students were extremely nice. We had a very, very amazing 1L rep. Her name is Safina. And I think it was led by John Sexton because he taught our Civ Pro class, and that was kind of our home base every day. And
Wait, did he write a Civ Pro book?
Yeah.
I feel like I have his Civ Pro book because I recognize the name. Wait, hang on. I have it behind me. It's on my bookshelf.
Hang on. I use it as a stand for my laptop.
Oh. Wait!
Yeah!
What
Is mine signed? Mine should be signed.
Use it as a stand.
Let's go.
That is so funny.
That's his book. And that's, for me, was one of the special things about NYU's. A lot of the classes you're in, the casebook is written by your professor who's teaching you.
Yeah.
So they barely even look down at the book. They know it so well. They know
it, yeah.
Yeah, they really know it. So in terms of the culture and environment, I think it was so nice. I think also because the village is such a exciting, vibrant area where kind of everything goes. I think that pours over a little bit to our law school, especially because the law school is across the street from Washington Square Park.
Yeah, I love that area.
Me too. And whenever I was stressed out, I would just go watch the dog park. I know it's kind of weird, but I was I gotta watch these dogs run around.
I have a dog, so I'll take my dog to the dog park to procrastinate.
And I'm the creepy dude watching on the side, stressed out.
Watching the dogs.
Watching the dogs.
But I didn't find people competitive at all. I remember a lot of times when I was out sick, students would approach me and say, hey Morty, I noticed you weren't there. Do you want my notes? Which is
so nice.
Which is really nice. And I think it all comes from the leadership, because John would always say, you guys aren't competing against each other. You guys have to support each other at all times.
Yeah.
So the culture was great. And also the resources was really amazing. I was vice president. I don't know what my title was. I think I was vice president of the real estate group. And we had like $10,000 to spend in a semester on our events. We didn't even spend it. There was no way to spend it. And then we also had a basketball team called Dean's Cup, where we played in a annual game against Columbia Law School.
Oh, that's fun.
And both student bodies would come out. 1,000 students would come support. And we beat them by 25. Of course, that was the easy way.
Wait, were you on the team? Were you on the basketball? Oh, that's so cool.
And then I was captain, and the whole thing got canceled because of COVID. I know, yeah. But overall, for me, it was a dream come true. And I don't feel like I took it for granted. And it's a little bit disappointing that it ended the way it did. Everyone, I'm not complaining because I feel blessed that I was able to attend there and have a degree from there. Still need to open up my diploma. It's stored away somewhere.
Oh, you haven't opened it yet?
Yeah, I have not opened it yet. But it was extremely challenging in terms of the workload. They expected a lot from us. And
Mhm.
I just remember telling myself that most of these students are a lot smarter than I am. So
Mhm.
I just have to be in the library longer than them. And that's basically
Okay.
and that's basically what I did. I made sure
Mhm.
that I was always the last one in the library, even if I wasn't productive, like just the mindset of being there. That's
Mhm.
the way that I was able to deal with my anxiety about feeling outgunned,
Mhm.
um, you know, in terms of my intelligence. I'm like, they're much smarter, so I'm gonna be there longer. So I had this spot in the library. It's like this under a staircase, behind a bookshelf,
Like
where
Harry
no
Potter.
but I had a spot in the library where I always went, and I just
Funny.
studied the whole year.
So
But
you're not competitive at all, is what I'm getting.
no,
Yeah,
I'm really not. I
No?
promise
Oh
I'm
my God,
not.
it's so competitive.
I'm
You're like,
not.
I have to be here longer than
Well,
everyone.
They're smarter, so I'm gonna stay here longer than everyone else.
no, a competitive person would say, I'm smarter than them. You know, like
No, that would be
I'm
someone. I
I'm
wouldn't call
just
that
as smart, or like I'm just as smart.
No, I would say
I
what
get
you're doing is competitive. If they say they're smarter, I would say that they're just cocky. If they're walking around going, "Oh, I'm smarter than everyone,"
that's true.
that's just cocky. You're competitive.
Yeah, I really think in life,
It's fine. You
well,
have to be a little competitive in law school.
well, that's the thing, they force it on you with the curve, but
Yeah, they do.
in life, I think the worst thing to do, and especially because most of what we see in a day as it pertains to the internet and social media
Mhm.
are people's best.
Yeah.
That's their best moment, that's their
Mhm.
best outfit,
Yeah.
that's their best event on their best day. And I think it's easy to get into the habit of the compare and despair. How do you guys like that? You look at a photo and you're like,
Yep.
damn, look at them, look at them doing that. And then you feel like crap about yourself. So I know this sounds like I'm a competitive nut against other people, but I do think it's super
Yes.
important to compete against yourself, to always want to do better every
Yes.
day.
Yes, that's good.
Agreed.
Okay, you guys go. You guys
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that one. I
yeah,
got
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it.
like that.
I
Compete
love
against
that.
yourself. Yeah.
I definitely do my best when I'm competing against myself.
I do better when I compete against Grace.
Against
That's our
Grace.
other roommate. Grace is so smart. Like I
Where does
told
she
you, she
go?
graduated a year early. What?
Yeah. Where is she in school?
She goes to school at Cardozo with
Oh,
me.
nice.
Yeah. So she knows a bit more about what's going on in Civ Pro than I do. So I just let her review her notes out loud to me and teach it to me.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty good. It's kind of awkward that she got snubbed off the podcast, though, I have to say.
I know. Should we invite her? She's
I-
definitely studying
Yeah,
right now.
wait, should we invite Grace in to say hi? She's definitely I'm gonna go invite
studies
Grace in to say hi.
24/7.
Really? Damn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab her.
Megan, could you tell us what the biggest trend is in fashion right
Yeah,
now?
well,
The
I-
biggest,
Yeah.
trend. You're really putting me on the spot. You know.
For
I'm not-
I'll narrow it down for men, like the biggest
Loving you all.
clothing trend for men.
Oh, for men.
Because us men need some help. We
Men
need
definitely need
we need help.
help.
We
Men
need help.
definitely need fashion help.
I don't know if I have good
Okay.
fashion tips for men. But we have Grace here to say hello.
Hi.
Yo, what's up,
Grace.
Grace?
She's got her Cardozo
I'm got the
sweatshirt
nice
on.
Cardozo sweatshirt.
Wow.
Wrapping
Good.
to school.
Mhm.
Cop the
As I
merch.
study for torts.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm
Torts.
like knee deep in like torts PowerPoints right now.
Oh my God.
Like I'm on
Oh.
PowerPoint like 15 right now. It's
Grace
Yeah.
is an intense studier. It makes
Yeah.
me realize I
She
need to
goes
get back to
hard.
studying. She keeps me in check. I get distracted so much. So I need Grace being around me studying 24/7 to get me to study 27.
27.
Grace, what's your secret? What's the study secret? How do you?
I listen to motivational podcasts while I listen. And it
Well-
kicks me in the butt.
I also listen to Legally Couture while I study.
Yes, I mean this is also super helpful.
Yes.
But I have like
Not the
I
same
have
vibe.
like someone like yelling at me, being like, "You have to work hard. Like you have to like it's if you want to achieve your goals, you have to like work for." Like I just have that like yelling at me, and like at this point, I don't listen to it anymore.
I don't
just,
work
like,
well under
focus on
pressure. That
Wait,
wouldn't
you're
be-
Wow.
reading, you're studying while someone's yelling at you?
Yeah, because I do it so often now. I don't actually listen to it anymore. I just know that someone's yelling at me,
That's insane.
and it gives me a kick in the
Damn.
butt.
Wait,
Is
is
it-
it literally just a podcast yelling at you?
Oh yeah.
Is it Eric Thomas?
No, it's I just listened to Jordan Peterson being like,
Oh my
you
God.
have to work hard. Like if you like you have to get up in the morning, you have to eat breakfast, you have to take care of yourself, you have to like work towards your goal. It's very intense.
I'm
Okay,
getting
well,
anxious listening to this. I have to say,
Yeah.
like, this is,
I don't recommend.
you have
This
to
is not
eat, you
like a
have to breathe.
general-
You have to breathe.
You have to breathe.
After yelling about the other things, it has to remind you to breathe too.
No.
No, it
He's
doesn't.
not big. He's not big on breathing. He's very big
Yeah.
on like I don't know. He's kind
And
of crazy.
everything
I don't
else.
support everything he does, but for the motivational parts, he's very
I just
like.
don't know how you read it while you're hearing
I
these
need
things at the
silence to
same
read.
time.
Oh, I don't listen to it. Like I don't hear.
But I
him.
can't zone that out. Like when I'm reading
Hmm.
like law school stuff, I have to be in silence.
Complete silence.
Wow.
Well, what do you think? What did you do to stay motivated during law school?
So the motivation I think is there just from walking the hallways. But in terms of study tips, I have a few for
Mm,
y'all.
please
One
share.
is
Take 'em.
one is really, really underrated, and I don't know anyone else that does this. Okay,
Okay.
this is a candle. This is not just any candle. It is a eucalyptus candle, and there are a lot of studies that show that eucalyptus helps focus and clear up your sinuses.
Okay.
So
Easy, that
if
one.
yeah, so check this out. This one I have is called wax oils. It's also an organic, all natural candle because you don't want to be burning chemicals into your air.
Fair.
That's
Um,
fair.
Yeah, that's fair, right? I should be able to breathe in a clean candle, but that's one thing that is honestly a game changer. And then also classical music I find to be very helpful.
Yeah.
I like that sometimes, but other times I start to sing along to the rhythm.
I'll like listen to like classical, like just like piano sounds in the back. If I'm
Mm.
not listening to like this guy yell at me, it's piano sounds.
Okay.
There's no in between. There's no in between. And the most important thing I did at NYU is I would take my phone and lock it upstairs in my locker, and it was off too.
Wow.
Yeah, I would lock
That
it
would help
because
me stay off TikTok.
it's so important because I'm addicted to my phone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I could check this 1,000 times a day. I probably
Yeah.
do, honestly.
You
Totally
answer
get
pretty
it.
fast. I'm like, does he even work?
By the way, big call out, just so you know, I have 56 missed texts, and I don't usually let that pile up. But I'm professional, and I was supposed to be on a podcast, so you know I'm gonna answer, Aaron. So,
Fine. You should let us know which candle it is. I'm gonna get the
Yeah.
candle for sure.
wait, what do you mean?
What's the candle called?
The candle. That you have?
What brand is it?
It's called wax oils.
Wax oils.
Yeah, go to my link and get the affiliate so I can get $1 off it. I'm kidding. I don't have an affiliate link.
Like,
My candle link.
Waxandoils.com. A
Wax
eucalyptus candle could change the way you study, but the phone is more important. Like, and also, by the way, barriers to entry on your phone. So let's say you put your phone in the bathroom, but it's still on. You're more enticed to go and check it because it's like you just have to get up and go look at it. Okay. If you were to actually put it into a high point, let's say like in a high cabinet, and it's off,
Mm-hmm.
you are going to feel like such an idiot pulling it out of a high shelf, turning it on.
We'd have to grab
see-
a ladder.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
we're
yeah.
all
We're
short.
all short. We'd have to go up, grab a ladder,
That would
climb
take
the
a
ladder,
while.
turn the phone on.
Exactly. And then at that point, you're like, oh God, like, it's more barriers to a break of distraction. I know that sounds really weird, but it might help.
Makes sense.
It
Okay.
might
I'm gonna have
help.
to do that. That's what I usually do. Not the barriers, but I will put my phone in a different room from
Yeah.
me
It definitely
That-
takes
when I have to study.
self-control.
So maybe I'll try shutting it off and locking it up somewhere.
Yeah.
It could work. It could definitely work.
Yeah. Or like also cool because it's like text messages still come up if you have a
On my
Mac, so you
computer,
have to turn your
I'm gonna,
notifications
yeah,
off
I'm gonna have to turn
too.
those off.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
my
huge during
God.
class. I'll have it off during class.
Oh, I don't.
Oh my god, it's super embarrassing. It was one time, it was super embarrassing. I was in Civ Pro. Someone texted me and I had my volume on my laptop
Oh my god.
and it pinged and she goes, "Hi everyone, please turn all your devices sound
Oh.
off." Promise you, never happened again.
Oh my
I
god.
was so embarrassed.
That's so scary. My friends and I will text each other in class and be like, "Do you know what's going on? What are we talking about?"
Yeah, I just now I
Yeah.
know to like turn the volume off. I
Yeah,
still text
you gotta-
people, but I turn the
you
volume
gotta
off.
have the
I was like,
volume off,
that's
yeah.
embarrassing. I can't do that again. I was like,
No,
I
that's
love this
scary.
professor. I was like, that's so bad.
I don't miss school.
I like school.
Megan's like, I'm working.
don't
I'm
miss
making
Like
money.
I don't miss those days.
I like
No.
school. Just law school's a little scary.
Law school is scary. There's not a single day that goes by that I don't wish that I had a job right now.
Okay, but I hate to say it. Are you guys planning on going to Big Law?
Yeah.
We hope to.
Okay, you'll get there. You guys are at a good law school, and you guys study hard. But that being said, you know that old uncle that would show up to your barbecue with a cigarette and say, "Stay in school, kids." School's fun compared to this. I hate to say it, and that's not to make you intimidated of what's to come. It's that just every step as you progress in your life is just going to get increasingly harder. And while law school is extremely stressful, when I started working in Big Law, I'm about 7 weeks in now, so I'm a
Oh,
rookie.
that's it?
Yeah, I'm really a rookie right now.
Mhm.
When I first started, I was getting some real stomach pains, and I studied for the bar. I took the bar, and I felt fine during that. I've never had that before, but it's kind of just another level of work and focus and stress.
Mhm.
So I would say, A, it's great to work hard in law school to prepare you for that, and B, enjoy the hell out of law school. It is so fun compared to the real life.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm still in school. 'Cause I like
Yeah,
school
yeah.
better than the real
The
world.
real world sucks.
Like I'm not having a bad time.
Grace sometimes
not
has a
having a
bad
bad
time.
time.
Tonight she's good.
Tonight was
Yeah,
oh my
Grace
God.
is shining right now.
Grace is shining. Like,
Well, my
actually, your face is
It's
glowing
Shine-
right
it's
now.
the
Shine
actual
bright like a
glow.
dime. Drop the
Fine.
skincare routine. No.
Where are you dropping candles out
routine.
here? We're dropping it all.
Candles.
Oh my
Skincare.
God. I will actually drop the Body Shop body butters and
Oh,
also their
here we
tea
go.
tree oil for sure. Actually, that tea tree oil is so good for acne. Like spot
Oh,
treatment,
really?
that shit goes away overnight. Like
Damn.
Magic.
Someone commented on one of my TikToks like, "Bro, what do you put in your hair?" And I'm like, "Really? You looked at my hair and said, damn, I need that?" Like, I've never had that before. People say like, "Oh man, like where'd you get your hoodie from? Where'd you get that from? Where's
Yeah.
the jacket from?" But this was just a different level of.
What do you put
someone
in
likes your hair.
Someone likes
I
it.
like my hair too, but no one's ever been like, "Damn, daddy, that is some good hair."
Good hair.
You do have good hair. It's like nice and thick. You can do a lot
Yeah,
with
it's like a
it.
Jufro. It does the job. It does the
It's
job.
like
Jufro. Is that
Oh
a
my
thing?
God. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh. See,
Yeah,
I don't go to school with Jewish people. Like,
Dude, I've known that term for years.
God.
It's not from going here.
we were just saying we're from New Hampshire. Well, we're from New Hampshire. There
Oh,
was like
sweet.
one Jewish person in our school,
Yeah.
and now moving to New York City, there's so many Jewish people here.
Yeah.
I'm learning
Yeah.
a lot.
Wow. Any questions you have, let me know.
Yeah, I ask Adela questions all the time. I'm like, Adela,
Yeah.
you're giving me a Jewish education. I feel like I'm learning more from you than from my law professors.
Yeah, I think it
That's
was
hilarious.
huge like during September, like in September when they're like
Oh my
the
god,
Jewish
all the holidays. Adela, I wasn't even like
Oh,
friends
yeah.
with Adela yet, but I bumped into her once. I was talking to someone else about Sukkot, and I was like, "What even is that holiday?" And then Adela
Yeah.
turns and goes, "That's my favorite holiday to talk about."
She would, she would say that no matter what holiday you brought up. Are you talking Passover, Aaron? Oh, sit down and let me tell you.
Oh my god, that's so true. That would be Adela. She's so funny though. Love her. Yeah, but I feel like I had one more question for you. Oh, I know. Oh, do you want to go back to your studying, Grace? You don't have to stay if you don't want.
Okay, well, it was super nice
Bye,
to meet you.
Grace. Good luck
I
studying.
didn't finish the rest of my PowerPoint.
Yeah, we don't want to take you away from the grind.
I'm like very in my head.
Yeah,
right now. Like,
yeah.
I'm, like you
You're
can
going.
tell, like, I'm
Yeah,
a
you
little-
keep going.
I'm a little buzzed right now.
Yeah,
from
let's
the-
go, Grace. Let's go,
Yay.
Grace.
Keep going, Grace. You
All right,
got it.
Very nice to meet
That's-
you.
Bye, sweet
Bye,
Grace.
Grace.
Luck.
Grace.
Say hi to Paul's graph for me. Boom.
We just did Paul's graph in
Boom.
class 2 weeks ago.
Still
Someone
remember the
brought
cases.
donuts. It was a big day.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
It was pretty funny.
Oh,
Okay, what question was I about to ask? Oh, I remember. Just what does a day in the life of a big law first year associate look like? What's your day look
Ooh.
like?
So the big law community, especially in New York, starts late and ends late.
Okay.
So I'll just tell you about my day yesterday, for example, because that's just the
Mhm.
most genuine answer. I
Okay.
get up around 6:15, 6:20.
Ouch.
Yeah, I know. Every time I wake up, I'm not the type to wake up and be like, "Woo, let's work out." Even though I do
Yeah.
like the mornings, but working in the morning is my least favorite thing. I love to lift and work out and be active, but not at 6 a.m. So I wake up 6:15. The first thing I do is I check my phone to make sure I didn't get any emails at like 1 or 2 in the morning that I need to
Mhm.
attend to immediately. And then I pray every morning. bless up. That's kind of my tagline that I always
Yes,
talk about.
I've seen that in your
Yeah,
TikToks.
yeah. So I always bless up, and then I'll have a little breakfast, like a yogurt, and then I'll hit the gym for about an hour. Come back upstairs to my apartment, and I'm by my desk at around 8:30, which is earlier than most.
Okay.
So I catch up on my emails, and then I'll work until around like 7:30
Mhm.
straight, and then I'll take a little break for dinner, maybe call friends and family, call my parents, say what's up.
Record a podcast.
Yeah, report a podcast, legally couture. You know, I made it. Um, and then I'll go back to work for another, let's say, like 2 or 3 hours or so. So I would say my workday so far, and this is not normal. It's the most busy the real estate industry has been in many, many years.
Oh,
But
you work in the real estate
yeah,
department? Okay.
yeah, I work in real estate law. So I work like at least 12 hours a day, and like yesterday was a 15-hour day.
Yeah.
Uh, which
Oh my God.
yeah, it is what it is.
a lot of hours.
But I do like
Yeah.
to go out. Like sometimes during the week, I'll meet up with friends. I like to do two birds, one stone. So if I could fit in a workout while hanging out with a friend, I'll do that. So I'll be like,
Still
yo,
do a
man,
workout together.
yeah, I'll be like, come through and lift, and we'll play basketball. I play a little basketball, so I like
Yeah.
to do that. And then that's kind of a day. I know, Megan, it's not as grand as some may see on TikTok, but that's real. And then if I have a date, maybe I'll fit one in here and there. But the dating industry has taken a big hit since I started work.
Dating.
Uh,
And are you working remotely or are you in
Or is it like hybrid?
no, so I work remote right now,
Okay.
but I
Do
think
you like it?
yeah, I think it has its positives and negatives. I love to be around people,
Mhm.
and I like to leave my apartment and see new things and
Yeah.
be in an office. Uh, but I do like it because I have more time for myself. Yeah, I
Mhm.
have time to work out. I have time to make dinner. I'm very into my food. Not that it tastes good, but I'm into healthy eating. So
Oh,
I
it
could,
doesn't have to taste good.
yeah, it
It's just
doesn't
good
taste.
for you.
It tastes like shit. Like all my food tastes like shit, basically.
Oh,
But I cook all three meals.
okay.
So, oh yeah, I didn't even include that, Megan. They had salmon and white rice, and for dinner I had ground meat, noodles, and salad.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
I
so
was
he's
cooking up.
single, he's a chef, he makes TikToks. All the ladies out there, go give this man a
Oh my
He
follow.
works
God.
15 hours a day.
Not always, not always. And the weekends are nice. Like I'll get in. I do still keep my social life somewhat active on the weekends. I think it's a good time to take advantage of it.
Yeah,
Do
definitely.
you work on the weekends a lot too?
Not much. Maybe a few hours here and there, like
Okay.
3-4 hours on a Sunday at most.
Okay.
It might change, but Sundays are sacred now. And I keep Sabbath, so I
Yeah.
log off from Friday night to Saturday
Oh,
night.
yeah.
Yeah, so no matter what's going on in the world. And by the way, I think that's something that even if you're not Jewish or if you're not religious, whatever it is, some form of the Sabbath I think is really healthy for
Hmm.
everyone and especially one else because it's so mentally exhausting what you're going
Yeah.
through, Aaron, and it's nonstop.
Yeah.
And if you don't actively give yourself time for your brain to reset, you just will
Mhm.
not stop. So I think that's one of the reasons why I never burned out in a way. People always ask me, what, you're doing all these different things. How do you never burn
Mhm.
out? I'm also head of the alumni group at my undergrad university. I
Mhm.
created the first ever young alumni group.
Oh,
We
wait,
didn't
yeah.
have,
I saw you post something about that the other
yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah. We have an event this Thursday night, so we run events and
Mhm.
help. I'm very into student excellence and helping, younger students
Mhm.
achieve whatever they want to do.
Mhm.
So I think I don't burn out because I'm from Friday night to Saturday night. No matter what's happening in the world, like it could be the
Yeah.
biggest deal in my life. I'm not on my computer and I'm not on my cell
Yeah.
phone for those 24, 25 hours. And I think
Yeah.
I know people that aren't even Jewish that did something like that while in law school.
Yeah. I do that in law school. I am not Jewish, as I said,
Mm.
but like Friday, I will not do any studying when I get home from class. I'm usually done with class at 1 o'clock. And then like
Mm.
Friday's my day off. And then usually nothing Saturday too. And then like Sunday, I'll start studying again. Sometimes a bit Saturday, but Friday, it's like nothing. Like
That's
that's my
great.
night.
I
Yeah.
love that. Exactly. That's a good thing to
So you
do.
just need a break. And after the long week, I feel like Friday is a nice day to take that break. It's like, okay, we made it through.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know Fridays are the best.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any more fun questions, Megan? Any more hard-hitting questions?
No more hard-hitting questions. For
Wow. I wore out Megan.
I
She's
know.
out.
I'm done.
You
My-
wore us both
You. My
out.
bronchitis
She's like,
is
"I'm-
actually coming back.
Damn, I'm starting to feel it too, by the way. I feel like I caught it from you.
You passed it to him through the Zoom.
Well,
Okay.
this was so, oh, sorry, you closed it out.
No, that's
No,
okay. No, we
I'm
still have
glad
to
you
do
had fun.
Yeah, this was
Yeah.
fun. We still have to do our fun little segments at the end that I told you about.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't prepare for those.
That's okay. I told Morty to prepare for them.
Oh, good.
you-
So he
but
can
you-
go first.
Oh.
But
We
I
still-
go, but you guys have to go too, right?
Yeah, no, we'll go too, but you can go first. Okay, so our first segment is going to be, which one should we do first today?
I don't remember what they are.
Okay, we'll do the how to be a better person segment first. So this one, as a reminder for Morty and for those that maybe don't listen usually, it's just like a tip of how to be like do something good for people, for a cause, for the environment, sustainability, whatever you're feeling that day. So
Yeah.
Morty, you're up first.
One thing in terms of being a better person, I think compliments are really nice to give out. Like a lot of times people are thinking something nice about another person, but they just
Mhm.
don't say it. And I think some things as small as I like your shoes or if you did a great job on that cold call, for example, I really think that goes a long way. And like not artificially complimenting people,
Mhm.
but just kind of supporting your friends. I've always been the ultimate, my friends call me a hype man, which I
Mhm.
guess kind of falls into that. And also another thing I would say is gratitude. Being thankful. I know it's easy to say that coming off Thanksgiving,
Mhm.
but I think like a sense of entitlement. Like entitlement's a pretty nasty trait, and feeling like you deserve something or you're entitled to something, and just having the perspective of no one owes me anything in this world besides my family, I think goes a long way. So I would say those two things.
I love that.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Beautifully said.
Oh, thank you. You told me to prepare, so I was like, oh, gratitude.
Gratitude.
You told me to prepare, so I'm like, shoot, what
That's
am I
because
gonna talk
you
about?
do this
That is
every
a-
week. You know it. I don't need
Yeah,
to tell you to
what?
prepare.
I
I'm
forget every
thankful
week.
for the new
I know
product
every week
fashion
she's
line.
like, oh,
Yeah.
damn it, I forgot.
Yep. No, I got one though.
Oh, you have one?
Yeah,
Okay, you can go first. Then I'll go last.
I did a good deed last week. Well, I guess it
What?
was before Thanksgiving break.
Okay.
So I feel like living in New York City, like we see a lot of the homeless population everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's easy to just sort of like walk by people and just like not notice them, pretend they're not there, and like pretend
They
you're not.
told
like,
us to walk by them in our security
Well, you
session
also
during
don't-
orientation.
you don't know like someone's background and you don't know their
Yeah.
story, and it's
Yeah.
hard to. So anyway, I was at a Chick-fil-A, and I had just left the sample sale at my work, so I had like bags of purses and shoes in my hands. And this guy walks up to me and says, I don't want money. I don't want your money. I just want a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
I would buy it for him.
And I was like, I mean, first of all, I already feel like spoiled that I have
Yeah.
bags of shoes and that I got for like $5 each, which was a sick deal. So I'm like, I just saved so much money,
Yeah.
and this man just wants a Chick-fil-A sandwich. So I'm like,
I'll buy you.
you know what?
Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Yeah, I'll buy you a Chick-fil-A sandwich. And he was so grateful.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You definitely made his day.
I did,
Maybe
because
his week.
Then
You
he's
bought him
like,
Chick-fil-A.
can I get a milkshake? I'm like, yeah, get whatever milkshake you want. He's like,
Oh,
can I
he
get
bought the whole
sauce?
menu.
Yeah, after that, he wanted the whole menu. But he's like, can I get sauce? So I ordered all the sauces for him. I ordered him a milkshake. I got him, and at the end of the day, I felt like a good person.
Yeah.
Wow. He saw your bags. He's like, damn, that girl's rich. I'm gonna
Yeah,
Yeah, he was like, she's got money
he's
for a
been following
Chick-fil-A.
me down the street, like
Probably. He was eyeing you. He was like, she'll get it.
No,
for
he
me.
asked a few other people in line, and they all
Yeah.
just like said no or ignored him. And I was like, you know what? He just wants food. Why not?
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah. I would give a homeless person a Chick-fil-A if they asked me for one.
Yeah, why not?
I feel like that's hard to turn down. They
Easy
specifically want Chick-fil-A and you're right there.
Yeah,
I've never
I'll
been
get
to Chick-fil-A.
What?
Yeah, I'm kosher. I don't.
Oh, they're not
Yeah.
kosher?
Nah,
That's so sad.
I know, right? I heard good things about it though.
It tastes so good.
Can you get their milkshakes?
I haven't answered that, but you're just gonna think I'm a psycho. Sorry, I'm not even gonna answer it.
Now,
Well, now we need
you
to
have
hear
to
the
share.
answer.
I don't, for the most part, of course, that you can always slip here and there, but I don't really eat added sugars.
Okay.
I will
Right,
not,
he only
yeah.
eats healthy food.
Healthy
Yeah,
Gross
food.
healthy
yeah,
food.
yeah.
Healthy
I'll
food.
stay away. I stay away from sugar for the most part. It's just like the most annoying, like
Probably better for your body.
patronizing
Good, though.
answer. It's a total crap answer. But I feel like Erin didn't prepare for this because she's trying to change the
No,
subject.
I have one.
She's
You know
still
what I'm
going with the
saying?
conversation.
No, I have one.
Like, you know what?
I will go now. I
Alright,
have
go.
one.
Take it away.
I was just gonna say donate to some type of holiday charity. So like Toys for
Oh.
Tots or something. Or if you're at a school or you're at an office where they do the thing where you like adopt a family and then you buy that family presents. I always like to do that.
Oh,
Or
that's nice.
my family's church, so back in New Hampshire, always does that. So we get to like pick a couple gifts off the tree and then you go
Mm.
buy them for them and bring them back. So do some type of holiday related charity.
I love
That's
that.
Yeah.
nice. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
what was the next one?
You don't remember the second segment?
No.
This
I
is-
was
this
gonna
is-
have you introduce it.
Oh shoot.
I feel like I kind of remember it. What
Oh,
was it?
We're good. Morty, you can introduce it.
I don't know that.
No, I don't remember.
Okay.
Can you give me a hint? Maybe
It's like fun.
like no. Is it like a fun thing? A
Oh.
She
new-
takes 2 weeks off from the podcast and she
I
forgot
know,
about it.
right? She moved on. I'm gonna replace
Okay.
Megan.
Okay, I got
You
it.
can
It's fine.
replace me on the podcast.
It's okay. Yeah, Morty's here to replace you. If he can find time in his busy schedule. This is an hour
Learn a little more
workdays.
fashion and then hop on. be the
Yeah, he can
co-chair.
take over
Don't
that
even
side.
start. I'll pull out one of these jackets and you'll think I'll work in fashion. You know?
Oh,
Don't make me.
is
Right
it a
there.
blazer over a sweatshirt? Type
No,
thing?
no. Wait, I'm curious now. What's the last part? I remember.
I'm gonna do it. No,
You
no.
need to know. Ready?
Okay, the last segment is just a fun tip of something to do in New York City for people that just
Ooh.
moved here or who are visiting. So I can go first this time. I'll let you guys have a
Yes.
minute to
And then-
think.
and then Morty.
And then Morty.
There you
I
go.
can go last. Okay, so my tip for this week is to go to the Bryant Park Holiday Market
Oh,
or
easy
the Union Square one. I have been to both now. The Union Square one, they have the little huts too. So both of them, they have little huts built up with little shops. But then in Bryant Park, they also have ice skating and like bars and stuff that are set up, and they have like holiday drinks. So we went and we got like spiked cider, hot cider, a couple weeks
Oh.
ago. And I did the ice skating. I did not do very well. My friend mostly just walked me around the ice while I had my hands out. But yeah, and it's free to skate if you bring your own skates. Otherwise, it was like $20, I think, to rent them. So that's my tip.
I love
That's
it.
really cool. I kind of want to go Sunday.
You haven't been?
No, that sounds awesome.
You've got to go.
It's so
I'd go with
fun.
you, but I will be studying. As you said, I
Yeah,
should be
yeah, yeah,
studying
yeah. Go.
nonstop, 24/7.
Only now, only for 4 weeks.
Only for 4 weeks.
Yeah, I went out all like, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, wait. Megan doesn't want to. I found let Megan go
No,
last.
you're up next, Morty.
Well, clearly I'm out of the loop here. I love Central Park. I know
Okay.
that's a very touristy answer, but particularly the reservoir. Do you guys know the reservoir?
No, actually,
I've
What?
didn't get to that part.
heard of the reservoir.
Oh
I
my
don't
gosh,
know.
I would pull up a video, but it's a podcast. It's beautiful. It's on, I think it's on in like the 80s
Okay.
in Central Park, a massive reservoir that you could, and there's a trail that where you walk around it. It
Okay.
is so nice. It's my favorite spot in New York City.
Okay. I'll
Yeah,
have to check it out.
Yeah, it's a great day for, like Sunday walk. People are
Yeah,
running there.
take my dog for a little walk there.
You would love
Or
it.
Big walk. Yeah.
Yeah, you love, and it's free.
And it's free. Free things because
We
I have
love
no
free things.
income.
So fun. Wait, can we repeat the question again?
Mate,
A fun thing to do in New York City.
I
A
thought it was
tip.
a tip.
Yeah, a tip
Yeah,
like activity or place to go.
Does it have to be fun? Or can it just be a tip?
I guess it can be a tip, but why
it
would you
could be
give a not fun tip?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Like go to the garbage?
You say
Bad
like go
tip.
compost or something in the
No,
woods?
because no, Grace taught
I
me.
don't know where that came from.
Grace gave me this tip for when you're in a hurry, and I forget it all the time.
Okay.
So it's good to like keep top of mind when you're walking to go from point A to point B. If you have red and
I'm so confused.
if you have a stop, but there's a walk sign on the other
Nice.
side, just go to the walk
This is
sign.
not a tip. That's common
Because
sense.
I stand at the stop sign sometimes and I'm like, wait, I can just walk a little further that way and go
You
the
did
next
not
way.
understand the assignment tonight. You did not
Wait,
get it.
no, fine. How would Megan? Where do you go out in the city? Let's say like Saturday night, big night.
Yeah,
All your
like
peeps
we're
are going
giving
out.
like you.
Where you
know
going
we've
out?
done this so
Nightlife.
many
But we've
Like a
already
restaurant
done,
you
we've
like to
already
eat at?
done restaurants.
You
we've
haven't
already
been to any
done
new
bars.
places?
I want to know
You had your
nightlife.
family
I want to know
visit,
Megan's nightlife. Best
We've done
nightlife
all
spot.
those. We like Catch. We like Mr.
Ooh.
Purple.
Oh.
We like. Those are our favorites. We've been to other ones, but they didn't.
We prefer
hold up.
Catch. We actually don't love like EDM club
Yeah.
type vibes.
So-
we like dancey fun music.
Yeah,
Me too.
But
Yeah.
so like Catch is fun because it's
Yeah.
like a mix.
it's like in
Ooh.
between. Yeah, I feel like
These-
Mr. Purple's in between too.
Cash is hard to get into though.
But we're girls, so we can
I
get
know.
promoters to get us in.
I know. It's
Otherwise,
true.
yes, it is hard to get
Yeah.
into.
I know. You guys are lucky.
Do you have a nightlife?
Do I go
As a
out?
lawyer- have one?
As a lawyer, do you have?
I used to
Is
be
mine
a club
about to
rat.
end?
I feel like yeah. I used to go out all the time back in college. We had this one promoter that I think had a crush on one of my friends, so we were set.
Nice.
And it was great. And yeah, we were at this club up and down, and we were there for the golden ages. Like we had tables with Travis Scott, Post Malone, DiCaprio. It was insane. It was
What?
yeah.
Go there next.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron, I might look like a grandpa now, but just know I did it big back in the day.
You might look like
Like,
a grandpa now.
can we get tips for how to do it big? Because I need-
Yeah, well, no, it's not the same anymore because of COVID, but pre-COVID, like when celebrities pull up
Yeah.
and then you meet the promoters, you get their numbers down, and I don't know, it was just that one time, like I was literally at a table with Travis Scott. I know nowadays it's like kind of a sore topic to talk about him, but fine, you can talk about Post Malone.
Post
one of the
Malone.
Yeah.
The best night. We were there for NBA draft night, and all the NBA players were there. We're at a table.
Wow.
So yeah, clubbing's not the same anymore in the city. I hate to say it.
Yeah, well, all we know is this club life because we didn't live here
We
pre-COVID.
don't know life before COVID.
Oh my
All
God.
we know is New York City COVID life.
Well, it's better than anywhere else, honestly. Besides
Yeah,
Miami.
That's fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
Miami's just crazy.
yeah. I
Sure.
don't think I'd want to be there. I feel like I'd want to be back in San Diego though. I feel like that would be a fun time right now.
Mm.
Do you think we
Yeah.
can cut out the part where I was talking about
Yes.
the hand in the wall? Okay.
Yep. Do you have a different fun tip?
No, I just
Nope.
wanted to make sure that one.
Oh,
got
yeah,
cut
we'll
out.
cut that out. Okay. Okay, everybody. That is the end of our podcast.
Thank you so much
Yes.
for joining us.
Morty, do you want to plug all of your socials?
Yeah, do not follow the following socials. On TikTok, Morty for Prez, Instagram at Mordechai Weiss. Do not bother on LinkedIn. I have a lot of outstanding requests, and
I'm gonna add you on LinkedIn now just because
I haven't checked it. I really haven't checked it. But yeah, I post a lot there, and I really appreciate you guys having me on. This was really, really fun. You guys are really good together.
Thank
Really,
you.
like, very good group. And one day I'm gonna be able to look back and be like, yo, I was one of their first listeners. Like, no way.
Yeah, we're
Amazing.
gonna be saying
when
that
we're
too,
big
like-
one day, we're gonna be like, we had Morty.
yeah, but
When
this
you
was
make partner at your firm, we'll be like, you know that guy.
Yeah, then I'll be able to, pay to get into the clubs.
The clubs.
Yeah, we'll be sitting
But-
with Post Malone. then.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll get a table once I'm partner for sure.
Beautiful.
All right, thank you so much.